Right. Okay, so it's 4:08. I'm gonna actually refresh this one more time just to make sure this is accurate because we got some surprisingly different data that I found surprising too. And of course, things saved from yesterday's movements. So, all right, it feels like it's been a couple days, even though I know it's really just 24 hours later. I also knocked around my camera bits and I gotta readjust that. All right, there we go. I actually tried out using my space warmer. It's still on the floor, so I have it turned off because it is actually a little bit noisy. Well, to me it's a little noisy, but it's definitely gonna get picked up by the mic, so I have it turned off. But it actually is very effective. It actually does warm up the apartment pretty well, and I've got a pretty high ceiling in here too. So it was definitely worth the $30 or $40 I spent buying that thing because it was like the Amazon #1 bestseller thing or whatever. Of course, it's probably made in China. I assume it is. I think it is. That's why it's so cheap. And as usual, when it comes to stuff that like heats up really quickly, because I also cook with a hot plate, since I don't actually have gas, like cooking gas, because it's a pain in the ass to turn it on, and I have to pay a minimum fee. So I was like, fuck that. I don't use the maximum settings on it because it'll burn out the machine. So I use like, the small. There's only two settings, like medium setting and like really fast, really burning settings. So that's like 1500 watts. I use the lower one, which is 750 watts, but it's basically the same as the power draw on this computer. So, and I don't turn the hot temperature all the way up. It's kind of close to the maximum, but I give a little bit of leeway. So that's how I maintain my equipment. Because I don't need it to be that high. I just need something to make it so that it doesn't feel like it's freezing in here. Alright, anyway, so I've been streaming a lot, especially a lot of hours and minutes. So I kind of want to try and make today's video short, because I do want to just take a look. Well, A, I want to relax more, and then B, I also kind of want to poke around some data, get my distance from this, and then, maybe look back at this at a fresh pair of eyes. Because while everyone in the world right now seems to be celebrating, because the stock markets did well, right? They did really well. Cryptocurrency markets seem pretty stable. They're not fully recovered, but they did recover a nice chunk of their losses. I'm still a little bit like, right? So, also, I didn't realize that today was Pearl Harbor Day, so it's funny because I recently watched the movie Midway before I got the flu, and then I watched a suggested video on YouTube about the Battle of Savo Island, which took place a few months after Midway, and the Americans tried to go on the offensive, but it kind of like completely it was completely horrible. So yeah, it was like, well, the title of the YouTube video that I linked on my Twitter was "The Worst Naval Defeat for America in History." So I don't know if it's the worst in American history, but it could be a really bad one at least. So that was a pretty, and then I reinstalled World of Warships because submarines are actually out. It's just a pain in the ass to unlock them, and I have to keep unlocking it. So I don't know if I want to play it because I really want to play it submarines. It actually looks like a really cool concept because they're basically what destroyers used to be, where it's like low detection and you just fire torpedoes out the wazoo. Because that's actually what I like doing. Though I do also have an aircraft carrier, and that's also very fun to play with too, even despite the nerfs. But so it's a little bit too much tension. So I just want something a little more laid back. All right. So anyway, let's see. And everyone got banned on Twitter. That was a groiper. So yeah, I mean, Nick Fuentes appeared on Elijah Schaefer's. Oh, he actually retweeted something. Oh, he pinned this. Oh, he retweeted that. He went on Elijah Schaefer's show, and then he apparently did a DC Twitter space where it was him versus 10 other DC think tanks, and Nick blew them all away. So now, Con Inc. and the SPLC and ADL retaliated. So yeah, everyone just got banned essentially. Yep. So yeah, it's gonna get pretty bad. Soon in Europe, your freedom depended on a government booster jab every 6 months. No jab, no job, no refunds. Yeah, this is like this fucking world. At least the Western world is so fucking retarded. Everyone's literally throwing away everything that, you know, our ancestors fought for, you know, all the freedoms that we enjoy. So, yeah, I'm definitely on board with being a lot more hardcore right wing. If we ever get out of this, I'm just going to be so fucking far to the right wing that we'll never have to endure this shit again. And we will enjoy some form of freedom again. Uh, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what Saint Nick is cooking up because he actually has some. He said that he's actually mainstream and he just hasn't gone public with it yet. So I'm kind of curious to see how this will all play out in the end. Assuming any of us survive, because again, they really want those lockdowns, but there is quite a bit of resistance. So, and then no, de Blasio is just being a massive fucking asshole. Now he's requiring every employer in New York City to just force vaccinate their employees. They have to comply by December 27th. So obviously, I just hope that, you know, everyone's just gonna refuse. Because even around here, like, people don't really bother checking anything. Like, you just walk in without a mask and they don't ask for a vaccination pass. I haven't, but then again, I only go to like Target or something. I don't actually go to a restaurant or whatever. But I think I might not have a problem anyway because I don't think anyone's enforcing it. I go to like my local pizza restaurant. He voted for Trump, right? They voted for Trump. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't ask. Yeah. So I'm kind of hoping it'll be kind of like that because at least in New York City, we passed so many laws that most of them just never get enforced. In fact, there's so many and there's so few that get enforced that nobody's even aware that the law even exists. It's like jaywalking. Jaywalking is illegal in New York City, but everyone does it anyway, and nothing ever happens. So because again, people don't care, or they don't know, or a combination of the two. But you know, again, we'll see what happens. Uh, so I still have this annoying lingering cough because obviously I got pneumonia when I had my flu. So that's taking a while to work itself out. It's getting better, but it's just not. I guess because I'm older now, it's just taking a little while longer, right? Just like Jesse Lee Peterson, he's still not back yet. So whatever the hell he caught, he must have caught whatever I caught, right? So yeah, but that's why I'm just gonna just move to Florida, and then that'll be that. And then I won't have to deal with this shit for many, many decades. And hopefully by then I'll also lose a lot of weight. Right? Get rid of all this body fat because I'm back to 183.6 pounds. I didn't even eat that much food yesterday. It's actually kind of pissing me off. So today I'm like trying to really actively starve myself, but still eat a little bit because, you know, my body has to eat something. Otherwise I just go crazy. You know? So anyway, that's that. Let's just get into this so I can end the stream early. Okay, so Bitcoin searches for this week have been released by Google, and the initial number is 29 for Bitcoin. This is what I found really surprising. The price has been doing shit, and Bitcoin interest has spiked upwards to 29. That is very surprising for normies. So let's see what we get for buy Bitcoin. Pretty flat. Interesting. So normies might be interested in buying Bitcoin. So far it does look like we're on track to follow 2013. Inflation searches are approximately lower this month. It's down to 75. Even though Jerome Powell, the Federal Reserve Chairman, said inflation is not transitory. And we just got like some kind of report. I forgot what Greg Mannarino said, but the report said that, U.S. production has cratered. So our economy is getting killed. All right, hyperinflation. I'm going to guess this is going down too. Yeah, so people have just already forgotten about inflation. So again, people are just dumb. They're like, yeah, whatever, you know, and then they just stop getting interested in it. So this is basically why we live in a tyrannical system, because we have all these problems, and then now you can see from normie search interest that nobody cares. Right? The vast majority of people don't care. It's such a frustrating experience. But people really do wait until it's too late before they make any changes, and then you and I have to suffer for the consequences. Okay, so Fear and Greed Index has spiked, well, I wouldn't call it spiked, has jumped a little bit to 25. It's still in the extreme fear range, which is why I'm still a little cautious myself. But it is doing better than before, where it was at 16 yesterday. And last week, this is probably an average. It was because I definitely remember 18 and 20. So what this is, yeah. So what basically what this is telling me is there's still something going on out there. However, because stock markets are skyrocketing out of control, which I think is a good thing if we want things to go up. I think what's happening is money is just simply going into stocks and equities, and that includes money leaving the cryptocurrency markets too, to buy to buy stocks and stuff. So I think that's what it is. And like Greg said, it's the end of the year, so the CEOs of like Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan want to get bigger bonuses. They need to increase the price of their stock. So he calls it the Santa Claus effect. So I'm all for it. I just hope the Santa Claus effect, trickles down a little bit in the cryptocurrency markets. But again, we'll see what happens. All right, Fear and Greed Index still pretty bad, but it's improving. Let's see if it continues to improve by the end of this week. Okay, so Yahoo is telling us, because I know Mara and Riot also did really well today. Actually, let's look at that real quick. Yeah, Mara 9.3 and Riot 5.47%. So they did really well today. They're still way below what they should be, but what are you going to do? Dollar is basically flat, and then we'll look at bonds in just a second. But if I had to guess, it looks like it probably sold off a little bit too, just to buy more stocks. All right, so S&P 2%, Dow 1.4%, Nasdaq 3%, and Russell 2K is 2.28%. Crude oil went up a lot. Precious metals did all right, and of course, Bitcoin and crypto is doing okay as well. Investors, okay, yeah. Stock extends gains with virus concerns abating. Yeah, so far, like, this is actually a good thing. As long as people are just like, all right, whatever, this is obviously just nerd, retarded, blah, 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 I don't care, and you're making us take more boosters and vaccines, go fuck yourself, all right? So the more that people get apathetic towards the bullshit narrative that's trying to be pushed on us, and the more annoyed they get with all this lockdown and booster shot vaccine stuff, the better for us overall, not only for our wallets, but also for our freedoms. Because, it's hard to justify a lockdown when everyone pretty much is saying, what the fuck are you doing? Like, this is not a problem. And I also tweeted out today that trust in the U.S. military is actually pretty low. It's at like 51, no, it's below 51% or something like that for the first time like ever, I think. So the legitimacy of our corrupt American system, and really the Western civilizations, Europe, Australia, whatever, it's actually starting to go down. The legitimacy is going down, and that's a good thing, because once people finally get fed up with this shit, they'll eventually just tell their politicians, go fuck yourself. And hopefully that also means the cops and really the military troops will also side with the people and just overthrow everybody. I personally want to see treason trials and then, have traitors get executed, but I don't know. No, that probably won't happen for a very long time, if at all. Bitcoin investment popularity is a longer term story. Yeah, I don't care. Why Intel is unloading Mobileye. Okay. Likely faster Fed support blowback takes steam out of blah. Okay, well, that's a lie. So nothing interesting on the front page news here. So like I suspected, bonds have sold off a tad bit. However, the 10-year Treasury yield is 1.482. This is a very safe number, so we got plenty of room to grow. Pfizer CEO says moronic variant appears milder but spreads faster and could lead to more mutations. Okay, so even the Pfizer CEO has finally caved in and is also now agreeing with what the South African doctor said, the one who discovered Omicron in the first place. He said it himself, there's no need to panic. The symptoms, while more contagious, are much more mild. And then Fox News repeated that. They were the first mainstream fake news media outlet that I know of that reported that. So this is a good thing for now. We might at least win this part. And thus the markets are also going back up. So again, I think what's happening is people are, for now, calling bullshit and proceeding as normal. And that's exactly what we want. And therefore, the likelihood of a lockdown has decreased, probably by a lot. I still will not eliminate it because again, the system really has to have those lockdowns. They really want them. Hello, long time, no talk. You get banned? I did. Yeah, I was actually thinking about you yesterday when everyone was getting banned and I was like trying to refollow who I could. No, I'm still on Twitter. So you should go on Beardson to figure out, like, Beardson did a stream yesterday. Just go back on Cozy and then just watch his replay, the beginning part. And he'll teach you how to, because I don't want to say it here on YouTube, obviously. You can make a new Twitter account and bypass the problem. It's actually surprisingly simple. You will have to get a new phone number, though, because obviously you need to verify a phone number. So obviously you have to use a different phone number. And yeah, I haven't seen you in like a million years, but I think that's because Bosif is also on Cozy, so you've probably just been working his channel, right? Doing moderating and shit. So I've also had some people ask me if I'm going to stream on Cozy, so people do seem interested in that. I want to have a wait and see attitude, like JLP always would advise. So I don't know. I'm not in any hurry. Otherwise, I would not mind at all. Right, because I would probably be the only like financial channel on Cozy, so that would be really nice. A bit I've been lazy, to be honest. Well, considering all the stupid shit that's been happening, yeah, I mean I don't blame you. I mean right now being still would probably be a good idea. Been hanging around a lot with Joe the Boomer. Yeah, he actually followed me right at the last second before he got banned, and so I followed him back, but then he got banned, and then it's like. Ugh. Stupid Twitter, man. Stupid Twitter. But yeah, Joe the Boomer does seem pretty cool. He just seems a little bit, he just seems a little crazy. Seems a little crazy. Yeah, so I used to follow 211 people, then it dropped down to 201 or 202, and then I've only managed to follow back Beardson, Cowtown, Shifty2, and Chief Trumpster. Yeah, so... Ah, but this is such a problem. Actually, is this like... Yeah, New Zealand. Is this actually a government... Yes, it is satire, but the message is real. I wonder how long it'll take for the government to revoke QR code passes. Thus, yeah, because at first I thought this was actually a real sign, but I thought maybe this might actually be a fake... like a satire, like Plan B here says, because you can look at the government website. It's actually not that, but this is still a very good ad, right? Because people need to be reminded of what's really at stake, and right now people are just so fucking dumb. It's pissing me off. They are waking up, but what are they like? They need to wake up a lot faster. I'm in his finance Discord and he's got loads stuff going on. Yeah, I'm not surprised because shit's going crazy right now. I got his gold membership and he's been babysitting my crypto portfolio, LOL. Well, hopefully he's been helping you make money. Well, I mean, there was a flash crash, right, on Friday, so I've already talked ad nauseum about that since it happened. So, I don't know, but assuming he didn't screw it up anything too badly, he should be doing much better. Because obviously crypto's coming back. Let's see. That was bonds. All right, let's go into prices because I still have to keep in mind the YouTube chapters. All of Bosif friends and me have been busy. Well, that's good. Yeah, hopefully busy with good stuff. You know. Because I don't know. I don't actually know what's going on in the UK. I know the situation's still pretty bad there, but but Saint Nick yesterday said that the UK had to admit a lot of people were dying from the vaccine because of like side effects and heart attacks or something. The problem is he put a really exaggerated title, so I couldn't find the numbers, but I also didn't bother to really research it. It's mostly research. We have good intel to believe Atom is very good. Is that on the top? Oh yeah, Cosmos, Atom. Yeah, Cosmos is solid. I don't know much about it, but I know it's a solid project. I've heard many things about it for a while, all year actually. So, yeah, Cosmos and Atom is good. That's a solid project. Again, I don't know anything about it, but I do know that it's a solid project. You know, for me, I'm all about the Shiba Inu, the dog Dog Lawn Mars, Baby Dog, and Moon Inu, which was Keon the One's pick. And mine, and then of course I'm in Metaverse Pro, which so far has been very volatile. I'm personally doing fine. I've been attending church and been improving. Well, that's good. My situation has technically, I don't know, I want to say it's now improving, but the problem is, I mean, I can't say much because of legal reasons. Not that I'm in trouble, it's that I'm initiating lawsuits, essentially, so I don't want to compromise my lawsuits that I'm filing. But, yeah, I've been doing a lot of relaxing and silent prayer, and I definitely have found that my ego, like JLP describes, really is my #1 enemy. It's like causing me headaches. I don't know if it's causing panic attacks. I think that was more related to stupid pneumonia, etc. So I'm actually going to try to focus more on, trying to get closer to God so I can kill my ego. Because my ego is really a problem. Oh, I read that. Finally, I quit Twitter a couple of days before the ban wave. LOL. Well, that may not be so bad, but I'm definitely staying on Twitter because I still have my account, obviously. It's actually a very valuable account. So, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to go anywhere. There plays games in your head. Yeah, exactly. All thoughts are lies. And holy shit. Like, that's starting to really hit home. So, because Satan is really working very hard to, like, keep me down. So if I don't get, the ego is the way that he does it. So until I get rid of my ego, or rather until God gets rid of the ego, I'm still gonna be held back. But it's gonna eventually improve. So I just have to do a silent prayer and let God and Jesus take care of the rest. That's really what all I'm supposed to do. So, and hopefully Jesse Lee Peterson comes back from, well, he will come back. But hopefully tomorrow from being sick, and then, you can get a little bit more insight. 24-hour volume for cryptocurrencies is 118.2 billion. So it's actually dying down a bit in crypto. And the prices are still pretty steady or going up a little bit. So I guess that's actually an alright sign. Bitcoin's a little under 51K. Ethereum's back at 43.24. Binance Coin's at 581. So overall, a lot of cryptocurrencies are actually kind of close to their all-time highs. But with a little bit of margin left over. Okay. So it's really not that bad. It feels bad, but that's because I'm just being a little impatient. Shiba Inu is at 36.75 satoshis of $1. Crypto.com coins back at 62.2 cents. Not bad. Let's see. What else do we want to look at? Let's see. Pancake Swap's been doing alright too, $12.19. Alright. Okay, so I don't see anything too crazy here. And the gas price for Ethereum is actually pretty cheap right now. Okay. I keep forgetting to look over the Mannarino index whenever I do these videos now. It's hard to force out a burp. So it's at 88.5. So it's still green and pretty low. That's not bad. Bitcoin is down. Bitcoin market cap is still up a lot. Yeah, cryptocurrency market caps are still doing. Actually, what is the market cap of it? Yeah, a little under 2.4 trillion. So crypto's actually doing really well, all things considered. How has crypto been? Are you happy with? I've literally been doing a bunch of different coins, but right now I'm in Shiba Inu, Dog Lawn Mars, Baby Dog, a new coin called Moon Inu, which is Keon the One's recommendation, right, from Greg Mannarino's channel. I bought a bunch of that. That thing actually gives me free passive Moon Inu coins, just like Baby Dog. And the developer is solid, it looks like, and he seems legit. And I heard him on the voice chat. Keon the One has already talked to him a couple times himself. And I was actually there for the last AMA, where Keon also appeared too. So, yeah, it's a pretty solid project. And then most of my money for DeFi is actually in this coin, which is now a separate part of the video always, in the YouTube chapter, which is called Metaverse Pro. So it's very high APY, but also highly volatile. In fact, the fucking idiot price of this piece of shit It's gone down to $302. So I don't know. It occurred to me that I think what's happening is it's minting too many coins, so that's fucking up the price, and therefore also fucking up the total value of the deposit. Even though the treasury assets that the code owns or the protocol owns, I just simply call it the code, is going up, which is extremely frustrating. So we'll have to see. All right, so let's take a look. What's the RSI looking like here? Bitcoin Tether. We're still below the bottom blue line here, and RSI is still negative by a lot. Okay, so we're looking pretty good, and we already know that Plan B, I mean, I don't want to explain this whole picture, but basically, this thing is shooting up like a rocket, just as planned. So, yeah. Yeah, the APY is extremely high, but the price keeps going fucking down on Metaverse Pro. And we'll talk about it when we get to that section. I have these tabs in my Brave browser in a certain order, so it makes it a lot easier for me to write the YouTube chapters. All right, so Bitcoin is still poised to skyrocket, thank God. Let's take a look at Ethereum, because that's actually the coin that's been going up a bit. Still basically zero RSI, and it's right at the middle blue line. Okay, all right. So there's still pretty decent room for Ethereum to pop off. Let's see, Binance Coin. Binance Coin is basically the same thing. RSI is still slightly above zero, but it's on a downtrend. Okay, so not too bad because Binance Coin's been pretty strong. So, all right. Shiba Inu below zero, that's what I like to see, barely above the third bottom blue line here. So Shiba Inu is also doing really well too. So yeah, I mean, it's as I expected. Cryptocurrencies are poised to skyrocket. And as long as people continue to just forget about Omicron, and now that the Pfizer CEO himself said, like, we don't have to worry about it, just have to worry about the mutations, that means we'll have a few months of relief, right? And then they'll try it again. But I think the more they keep trying different variants, you know, the more that people are just going to be like, okay, what is this bullshit? We're just going to ignore it because people are going to get desensitized to this stuff. I don't know if January is going to be a bull run. I'm thinking this month and January will be bull run months. But this bull run is going to go well into 2022. It's going to look exactly like 2013, not 2017. Seems like later in the year now. Yeah. Because again, remember, all year, the Normie search interest has been horrific, with the exception of this week, where it's, for some surprising reason, spiked upward in interest. It's still relatively low at 29. We never had a fever pitch from the Normies. So, crypto.com coin. So that tells me that yeah, we've not hit anything yet, which is great because that means we have plenty of more time to farm this bull market. I just wish it would like hurry the F up and get started, you know, as I'm sure we all feel that way. All right, so CRO is below the middle blue line. However, the RSI is still a little bit too high for my liking, but it is coming down relatively quickly. But it does look like CRO might want to come down again. I mean, because again, CRO has been skyrocketing like crazy, so it still needs to consolidate and drop this RSI. So we'll see. If the overall cryptocurrency market skyrocket, CRO is definitely going back up. So most likely. All right. I really would like Metaverse Pro to be listed here, but I think it's just too new and too... I wonder if Olympus DAO is mentioned here. Olympus DAO. Ohm Die at Sushi Swap. Okay, so Olympus DAO is in fact listed. There's FTX, Sushi Swap. I wonder which one I should use. And there's also OKX. No, that's Curve DAO. Let me try Sushi Swap. Okay. So Metaverse Pro is actually a fork of Olympus DAO. So if I look at Olympus DAO, this can give me a kind of rough idea of where Metaverse Pro will eventually be at. Assuming, of course, it's not a scam rug pull project. Okay. All right, so according to this, RSI is way below 0, and Olympus DAO is way below the third blue line. Yeah, which makes sense because this thing is getting really oversold, and I don't even know why. Yeah, it's not supposed to do that. All right, so hopefully when this dumping bullshit is done, we can get some decent price action going again. Let's see. Let's see. Eternal. Okay. Metaverse. Blah blah. This is probably a new coin. Ginza.tether. So, all right. So if someone, and I think ARV might be a new one too. So yeah, you're not comfortable doing Metaverse Pro high risk. You do slightly less risk and just do MDex. I mean, the underlying value of your I don't know what do you call this? Your base pair, your base crypto coin could still go down a lot, but at least you're pairing up against Binance coin or the Binance dollar. So there's going to be a little bit more price stability in the value or liquidity pool. So, you're still getting decent APYs here as well. I mean, I'm still going to just stick with Metaverse Pro simply because low withdrawal fees, low staking fees, and I don't have to keep switching all the time. But I still want to keep track of MDex just because, it's a good backup plan, just in case. Seems like the interest has fit. Oh boy. Let me go back here. Fuck. The problem is I can't scroll up anymore because OBS is fucking shit. Predictions for Bitcoin top. I'm gonna still say 500,000 to $1 million. 125,000 is way too low for Bitcoin max. Seems like interest has faded. No, interest in Bitcoin has always been low. And the lower it stays and the longer it stays low, the higher the maximum Bitcoin price is going to be. That's why I know that this bull run, when it's finally all said and done, is going to be gigantic, and it's only getting bigger and bigger. Because it's just like Plan B's picture over here, right? The further down you push down this beach ball, the higher this thing's going to push upwards, because at some point you can't keep it down anymore. APR is only 100-200%, but it's safe. I don't know what coin you're talking about, but yeah. And can you stake? And you can stake good coins. I mean, you're referring to MDex. Yeah, I mean, some of these coins are doing pretty well. Like, for example, I think Ricey or Heroes TD. I forgot which one. I have to check the prices. They're doing really well, but DXCat, which is DXCT down here, it's down 40% in price. So that's a good point, God willing. I'll be financial free. Yeah, as long as you stick with crypto, you keep farming your DeFi or whatever, and you don't panic sell like an idiot. Yeah, you're definitely gonna do really well. Like, even though Metaverse Pro is doing shit right now, I'm still doing pretty well with this coin. Obviously, if it keeps dropping like it's doing now, I might not be fine for long. But it's gonna have to drop a lot more before I get into trouble with this. Alright, which of course leads us into this. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with Metaverse Pro. Like, there's no reason why I should be dumping. I know Jade Protocol is also another copycat fork. It's actually doing much worse than Metaverse Pro. So yeah, 276. I mean, this thing is getting killed. And it was as high as 636, and now it's at 276. So I'm not actually sure why everyone's fucking shitting on DAO coins. Especially it's because cryptocurrencies are doing pretty well today overall. So I don't know what the problem with this is. Alright? There's just too much fear and FUD in DAOs for some reason. But it occurred to me that maybe it's minting too many coins. But if that's the case, then the total value deposited is dropping too fast. This was just a short, like 10 minutes ago, was at like 73 or 75 million. Now all of a sudden, 3 to 5 million total value just disappears, right? Due to the price drop. That doesn't make any sense. Like this shit's getting over fucking sold. Like at this point, this fucking APY is gonna be meaningless if the fucking value of this fucking retarded coin goes down to like $2 or something. So I mean, the real actual price for it is $86.92, because the way these DAOs work is they take the value of the risk-free treasury asset, or the value of the actual treasury, and then you just divide by the current number of meta coins or something. No, like that's how this number gets to. In fact, it tells you right here. Oh, okay, no, that's the value of the thing. So I don't know. I'll have to keep an eye on this, but I don't know why this thing keeps fucking dumping. We really shouldn't be doing that. But again, Olympus DAO is pretty stable now, so actually, because that's your problem with fucking Metaverse Pro too, because this thing has only been out for a couple of weeks now. So we compare this to Olympus DAO. Oh yeah, their site actually works now, or not. Okay, well it worked on Chrome. Oh, there we go. Yeah, what the fuck was wrong with this thing? So this is the actual base project, Olympus DAO, and they've been around for a while. So their APY is around 7,100, and their price is also pretty stable. So if you actually want to get into this, maybe Olympus DAO might actually be better, because it's the safest project with the most stable price. The problem is this goes on the Ethereum blockchain, so you're gonna have to use Ethereum, which means you have to pay Ethereum fees, which is just too much. Yeah, so, but yeah, like this thing is doing pretty well, and even though it has 5.66 million ohm coins out there, the price is still fairly decent. Coin market cap ohm. So let me see, what did Olympus DAO do? So Olympus DAO also basically did the same thing in the beginning. However, this was during the bull run spike that we had earlier this year as well, and then it crashed back down to 184. So it actually hit an all-time low when this shit bottomed out. Okay. So we look at this. So this fucking retarded coin is supposed to do the same thing, which would imply that the bottom for this coin would be around 140, 120 fucking dollars. That is so fucking gay. So fucking G-word. Okay. Well, I mean, I can't do much about it because, again, this coin is just really new. It's actually only like, I'm not actually sure because this doesn't make sense. This project seems to be around a lot longer than when this thing got listed. So, let me see. Can I find out? Let me see. Tap 1. November 22nd. Oh, wow. So, did they really come out that early? Because they do have a Twitter. Wait, why did they remove? Oh, because the Twitter is up here, duh. October 2021. Well, J24 and still counting, 24,000 holders. Yeah, there's a lot of these copycat DAOs that are just copying Olympus, so that's probably not helping things either. Running an operating system, and then they partnered with something called MetaAsh that will be like a DeFi game or some shit. I mean, when they do come out with this game, that will be very, very helpful. Alright, let me see. I mean, I don't really feel like looking into the freaking news today. Okay, and I already read, okay, so nothing new. And the Federal Reserve has not released November dollar devaluation numbers. No surprise. Okay, banks struggles to register digital asset platform. Bitwise CIO not sure about Bitcoin hitting 100 grand in 2021. Yeah, he's not sure if Plan B is going to be correct. Third biggest Bitcoin whales holding total 6 billion after a whopping 2,700 Bitcoin buy-in. So, the third largest holder of Bitcoin in the world bought 2,700 more Bitcoin and is now worth $6 billion. I'm going to have to assume it's something like a Robinhood or something. I don't know, maybe it isn't a personal investor. Yeah, maybe it's like the Rothschilds or JP Morgan descendants. NASDAQ, Stockholm lists Bitcoin and Ethereum exchange traded notes. Okay, that's a good thing. Okay, so Ubisoft is now launching an Ubisoft Quartz platform for playable and energy efficient NFTs. I guess we'll do this one because I really don't feel like reading any news articles today. Okay, privacy focused DeFi at Sienna Swap. Well, that works for me. DraftKings Marketplace plans to launch gamified NFT collection for the next NFL season. Yeah, everyone's getting in on NFTs. India to set maximum penalty for violating crypto norms at a fine of 2.7 million or 1.5 years in jail. Yeah, that must be the new Indian cryptocurrency laws that are coming into effect. God, honestly. Great. What is this stupid bitch saying? Okay, Coinbase adds Ethereum to data for a spot Bitcoin ETF. Of course, the SEC is just being an asshole. Former Google CEO is now a strategic advisor for Chainlink Labs. I'm not actually going to include this in the chapters, but I just want to see if it's Eric Schmidt or... Okay. Yeah, it was Eric Schmidt. So Eric Schmidt is now going to work on Chainlink. So actually, that's a problem for Zoomers that hold Chainlink, right? Because he's the CEO of Google, or was, and was a real fucking asshole, especially to people who did SEO. So I don't. Yep, God bless too. I'll pop over. There's big news. Hopefully next time we'll be up and not down. Yep. All right, later, man. Yeah, hopefully we'll do better. It's looking better, but I'm still kind of very cautious right now. But yeah, that's not good. Eric Schmidt is an asshole, so he's gonna ruin Chainlink. So in terms of censorship, actually, I'd rather read news.bitcoin's version of this article rather than Cointelegraph's. All right, yeah, I don't really feel like reading anything else. Sony Pictures, AMC Theater choose Wax blockchain for Spider-Man No Way Home NFT promotion. Yeah, so yeah, entertainment industry is getting NFTs. I mean, NFTs are 100% legit. 07, yes. 07. AOC says she doesn't hold Bitcoin, so the lawmaker could do her job ethically. She also thinks it's not going to own crypto. She wants to remain impartial. Okay. Oh, okay. So this literally is just nothing. It's just her just saying stuff and saying, I don't hold Bitcoin, so I can do my job ethically. That's literally all it says. So this is actually nothing. I can actually close that out. Ubisoft launches NFT platform or something. Starting Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Ubisoft will drop NFTs to PC players on Thursday on the Tezos blockchain. French game publisher announced its first foray in NFTs, and it's going into beta. I'm actually going to retweet this. Okay. NFTs is the next biggest thing next to DeFi. Bitcoin, crypto. I'm going to find... Actually, I do need to tweet this over to my Gab as well. Alright, my sister needs to stop bugging me about fucking mom, because I don't want to fucking talk to her or call her. It is really, I'm like in the middle of actually fucking doing something. I just told you you're busy, yeah. Yeah, because I'm fucking busy. Okay. According to a statement shared on the Ubisoft website, The first NFTs playable in a AAA game and energy efficient tech. Okay, you're there for free. So you can get some free NFTs December 9th to 15th in America and Canada. Quartz will also be available in Brazil, Spain, France, Belgium, Germany, Italy, and Australia. Oh, they cucked the British on this one, so you don't get anything anyways, huh? Hey, Flying Turtle, what's up? You're actually coming in near the end of the stream because I'm trying to like rush through a little bit because I've been streaming so much. I just want to like relax. I also want to turn back my space warmer, you know, back on. But it's off right now because it makes a lot of noise. And I don't want that noise getting into the mic. The stuff about less energy, proof of work, blah, blah, blah. Previously, Ubisoft had partnered with Ultra to leverage its games on the UOS blockchain. No counters retrieved at the same time. Assuming we can long-term open up new environments such as interoperability between games. We see blockchain as a means of placing back into the hands of players to create the value generated through engagement with their games. Valve has recently removed blockchain games from their marketplaces. Yeah. Gabe Newell, the guy who owns Steam, he's like very hostile towards cryptocurrencies, which I find very disappointing because Gabe has always been really good, but this is just one big mistake, which is a pretty rare but very significant mistake. But, you know, what are you going to do? Alright, anyway, I want to end this because I'm tired, I'm a little cranky, and because I'm deliberately starving myself, I'm like kind of hungry, so I think I might just buy another sausage roll. Also, I want to do a little bit more analysis on stupid fucking Metaverse Pro. Not necessarily the coin itself, because I think the project is... It's definitely a lot safer looking than when I first got into it. I just need to look at like what's wrong with the stupid freaking price, because this thing is way oversold. Way oversold. And since the closest thing I have is Olympus DAO to look at the technical analysis and try to extrapolate that and apply it to Metaverse Pro, yeah, it's way oversold. This literally makes no sense. In fact, if I do Pancake Swap, like this coin was also way oversold and it's eventually being forced back up too. So I don't know. I'm hoping that everything will go back up, including Metaverse Pro, when the cryptocurrency markets really start going back up. You know, Bitcoin's at 54K, Binance Coin is back at, you know, what was it, 650, 660 before the flash crash, and then we start going back towards all-time new highs and hopefully breaking them. You know, it's only December 7th. Tomorrow will be the 8th, right? So hopefully, you know, Plan B will still be right, and we get Bitcoin at 100 grand, and then we are going to be Tamaguchi, you know. Massive purge. Yeah, I can't. Yeah. See, that's actually Baked Alaska, but I can't follow him because he's got the N word as his thing here. Non-essential goods. I'm actually going to retweet that. Let me see. Actually, we got a bunch of new people here. New key friend. Yeah, the thing is, I don't know a lot of these people, so I can't follow back. Yeah. But gamer girl, I didn't actually know I had any gamer girls follow me, but that's fine. That's good. Okay. Oh, boy. I really hate Twitter. Alright, I will see you guys tomorrow, right? Because tomorrow is Wednesday. For some reason, I thought today was Wednesday and then tomorrow was Thursday. But it just goes to show just how completely, like, distracted and swamped and just busy. Yet, I'm just trying to relax and play games. You know, I don't know. There's just so much stuff going on in the world. So it's just, that's probably that's also probably another factor. Alright, anyway, I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and we'll see what happens. I still remain cautious. I still want to remain cautious because, shit, I know I should end this, but I want to see what does TechDev have to say. I don't know. I want to, because remember, yesterday, whale Bitcoin movement was like 95% onto the exchanges. So another dump is coming. Looking for a push past favorite 56.59. Okay. So far, the total market cap has made higher lows and flipped resistance support for months. Let's do it again above the white line. Okay. Yeah. So the crypto markets are actually getting stronger. 100 grand is still on deck this cycle. I hope so. Polymatic looks suspiciously like Ethereum in 2017 to me. Yeah. So everything, let's see, 95% does wonders. Bull market is not over. Yeah, that's true. Latest Bitcoin top gauge posted. Oh, that's just his newsletter. You have to pay for that, I think. You'll see pack sentiment, bear market certainties in July, September, November. Doesn't matter whether you select 2017 or 2021 for the year. Yeah. I mean, that's just. I mean, that's just how it goes. So, you know. But anyway, I'll see you all tomorrow. And the Federal Reserve speaks next week. So this week should be, hopefully, I mean, as long as we don't hear too much more about whale dumping, moving their Bitcoins to get ready to dump, we should do okay this week. But I don't know. I'm still waiting and preparing for one last flash crash, hit. It'll feel like shit, but it's not going to have nearly as bad as an impact as it did last Friday. So, hey, Kevin, and Rip. Unfortunately, you came in right at the end of the stream, so you'll have to watch the replay. But yeah, welcome here. Oh yeah, I actually forgot to tweet that I went live. Well, too late now, I guess. Anyway, I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and I don't know. I mean, now would be a good time to buy crypto, but maybe you want to take a small gamble and wait a little bit. That probably may not be such a bad idea, and just do a small buy-in. Because again, I personally am just waiting for the next flash crash. If we don't get anything by next Friday, so not this Friday, but the Friday after, then I think we'll probably be okay. And of course, just as I say that, then the flash crash happens, right? Oh well, we'll see. We'll see. All right.